Hi everyone, and welcome back to Grumble Plays, a new Let's Play series, episodes coming out every other Sunday on early access for patrons and supporters, and now, if you've just wandered in off Twitter or YouTube or wherever else, live for everyone. On Grumble Plays, I play essentially whatever the hell I like. Doing the voices, having a chat, dreaming about video games while playing other video games. I'm having a great time, I hope you will too. Let's get into it. It's time to head back into the world of NeoCap today, our beloved cyberpunk taxi driving game. Independent taxi, that is, because we're not like those bastards at Capra. We don't like those bastards at Capra. No sir. We like Lena though, our protagonist, and we like Savy. Let's see whether we'll like our next passenger. Gotta keep our rating up after all. Now, where were we? Savy's still missing. We learned something truly oppressive about the way Capra is using the death of a famous ballerina to influence public opinion and policymaking, and we had a run-in with an LOPD police officer that was both terrifying and bad for our wallet, because we refused to kick them a bribe to look the other way. Charming. I had the name of a Radix bar now, STANZMASCHINE. I could try the odds that that was the spot where Savy and I were supposed to meet up the night she vanished. I opened the NeoCap app like it was going to give me some answers. Nope. At least now I knew a few friendly faces in the city. Hopefully one of them needed a ride as badly as I needed some leads. So here's our most recent journal entries. Cute. So yeah, that's our wallet right now. We did earn some good money the day before, but then a police officer, I mean, they were either going to extort money out of us by way of, you know, wanting us to bribe them, or by way of an extortionist ticket, basically. Because no matter that a police officer isn't actually there to do you something to see you do something that maybe you shouldn't have, there's cameras everywhere, so it doesn't even matter. It was because we picked someone up in a zone that was, I guess, a Capra pickup zone, and independent, or, you know, actual cab drivers aren't supposed to pick anyone up there. So like, we were there for about 10 seconds, and I guess, like, you know, if our car had been, I don't know, 3 feet to the left, it wouldn't have mattered, but camera picked it up. At least all the rides we had were good. Okay, so we're here in Frontera. We're trying to get here to the STANZMASCHINE, I guess. And oh, Una. She was one of the passengers in last week's episode. She was you know, what Lena in her diary refers to as a witch, but, you know, she's just an excellent physicist and hacker. Carlos Wong. I remembered them from last time too, but we hadn't picked them up. Okay, well, we need to charge up first anyway. So see, where does Una wish to go? Because I'm wondering whether to pick her up first or go to the STANZMASCHINE first. Well, let's pick her up first. Gotta fuel up. Yikes. A little low when I didn't know when I'd be able to charge up again. And, well, cash is low too. Okay. So today it's not so bad. Pretty sweet deal. I mean, yeah, come on, let's get a full charge. Who knows when we'll be seeing fuel for that little money. Let's go to the STANZMASCHINE first. I don't want to miss out on Una, obviously, but I think she'll still be there as a PAX even if we don't go to her first. So. STANZMASCHINE was all dramatic haircuts, pounding bass, and scowls. And that was just the outside. The bouncer loomed in front of the door like a boulder. Given my complete lack of a poker face and an outfit that was still more cactus flats than Louis Rouge, I didn't look the part. Okay, we're not sending corn their way because we're already almost skint broke. I'm not sure that flirting is my best bet. I took a breath and... Hey, Neocab! We know that bouncer, we know them! That's Azel! It's you! It's me. You lost? Not exactly. Hey, maybe you can help me. I mean, okay, are we telling Azel that... just, you know, we need to get inside, or that we're looking for someone? Because, I mean, they're the bouncer and they don't want to get into trouble either. Even though, like, this is a Radix club, so, you know, this should be their crowd and shit, but, you know, still, they work for someone. But, I mean, I don't know, I think we can trust them? I'm looking for someone. What? No, how are you? No, hey Azel, nice to see ya! I mean, yeah, manners. Sorry. Oh, we're getting a bit ticked off at that, actually. Or, well, maybe we feel a little bit bad. A little bit anxious. I always get confused. Does that mean that... Yeah, I think... Because sometimes that means that an answer's off limits to you because of your emotional state. Or it's just going to be, like, you know, colored by, you know, the sense of that emotion. And I don't want to be snippy with them, you know? Let's chance it. How are you? I mean, yeah, they were bleeding in our cab, like... Listen, Azel, I know, I'm just kidding, jeez. It's actually kind of good to see you. You too. Didn't get to thank you for what you did. I mean, I would say no need, but... I don't know. I feel like your welcome is often like more, you know, more affirming of the thanks actually than saying no need. Because Yeah. You're welcome. It was really decent of you. Not what I expected. You got me where I needed to go. Not a lot of drivers would do that. Why not? Because it's selfless. And driving is what? Inherently selfish? Yeah, it is. How so? Think about it. Every day you wake up in a totally modern, totally accessible city. You use your 2 working legs to sit behind the wheel of a death machine. And you cruise around blasting shit into the ozone layer, consuming energy. When you could ride a bike or at least take public transit. You don't think that's selfish? I wasn't sure how Azul wanted me to answer. I had come to get information, not a monologue. It's how I make a living. People do a lot of unethical things for money. I'm going to guess someone hit you in a car. Close. It was a Capra, one of the earlier models. I was biking home from study hall years ago, and it came out of nowhere. Didn't even slow down. Listen, I'll pass on a lesson. Don't play chicken with those things. They love to talk about their 99.9999999 safety rating or whatever. Want to know the truth? I wanted to know a truth, but maybe not this one at this moment when I came here because I needed info on my friend. So, I needed to stay on their good side. Sure. Look at their fucking promos real close. There's an asterisk by the last 9 and 99.9. I mean, yeah, there kind of is always. What does it mean? That their 99 point whatever rating is only against other AVs on the Capra mesh network. Their sensors see each other with perfect clarity. But that's the only testing they've ever done, as far as we know. So, some kid coming home late from study hall crossing in front of a Capra? Pfft. Just a smudge on its lens. And a settlement that only covered about a quarter of my bills. I felt for Azul. They were a little rough around the edges, but no one deserved that. No, absolutely no one fucking deserves that. I'm really sorry that happened. Whatever. But it's why I was so messed up the other night. A lot of bad memories came back. I get it. I'm sure you do. But you're probably not here to hear my life story. So why are you here? I need to get inside. I'm looking for a friend. She's gone missing. Her name's Savy, and everything in Azul's expression changed, and they stood up straighter. Savy. You know Savy? You know Savy? No, seriously, Neocab, no bullshit. You know Savy. Yes. Why do you think she's in there? Because this is the only Radix club I know. And you're what? Her friend? Business associate? She's my best friend. Can I please just get inside? I need to know she's safe. Who says she's in trouble? Look, I saw her first thing when I got into town. She seemed pretty worked up about something. Said she'd explain when we met up in an hour or two. When she finally texts me a pin, I race over there and she's gone. But there's her phone, smashed on the pavement. Huh. Probably had a temper tantrum or something, smashed the phone and blew you off. The fuck? She's intense like that. Was this a game? Azel was playing devil's advocate with Savy's safety. This is too much even for her. And she would never leave her phone behind. But I figured I should come here because when I picked the phone up, there was this Radix sticker on it. Yeah, obviously. Why obviously? Because Savy's not just part of Radix. Savy, like, is Radix right now. This sounds insane. Savy's totally not the Radix type. Or, I mean, she wasn't a year ago. I guess anything was possible. I'd seen her reinvent herself more than once. Yeah, well, things change, Neocab. Plus, it's easy to become Queen Radix when your boyfriend is the de facto king. Oh. Radix is non-hierarchical, there are no leaders. But it's definitely got cool kids. High school, all over again. Who's the boyfriend? Jace. You don't know who she's dating? You don't sound like a great best friend. Yeah, that is pushing us right into angry because, you know, yeah, we did lose touch for a bit. And that happens between friends, and that's fine. Okay, so, you know, Azel, when we tell you that we've got pretty long history, maybe just believe that. We lost touch for a bit. Okay, so Savy came in with Jace a couple months ago, wrapped around him like a scarf. Suddenly, she's at all the meetings. He's looking at her like she's this manic pixie bike girl. She's got all these bright ideas to take down Capra, and it's like, I don't know, classic. Do you think Capra might be tracking her? If she's high up in Radix now? Do you think there's anybody in LO Capra's not tracking? I don't think that's it. But I'll tell you what I do think. I think it's no fucking surprise she's gotten into hot water. Can you just get to the point? Savy, listen, I know her, and I know her type. She's smart, she's dynamic, she's pretty, she's charming, she is a dream girl. I mean, everybody's kind of in love with her. Everybody wants her time. One night, she's with Jace doing political organizing. Next time I see her, she's hanging out with some edgy DJ. Then the other day, I'm passing Capra Tower and I see her with this tech bro douchebag. A cappy shill straight out of Central Casting, wearing a hoodie and everything. And hey, you'll like this neocab. She's getting into his car. Is that the last time you saw her? Yeah. I said hey to her, asked her where she was going. She seemed like weird about it. Said something like her and her friend Charlie were gonna go talk. But she said friend, like, you know. Like there was something going on. I don't know. Oh, don't worry about him. He's just a friend. That tone. Okay, neither of these are great responses, but I mean, yeah, just, you know, because a chick is being seen with a guy, you know, doesn't mean that she's into all of them. And I mean, this is very much none of my business. Maybe they're actually just friends? I don't know. Maybe. Savy's the kind of person, you spend enough time with her, you kind of don't just want to be friends, you know? And I mean, you know, postscript to the other question, like, you know, just because, you know, Azul said, you know, everyone's kind of in love with her and, you know, seems to be, you know, attentive to who she spends time with, doesn't, you know, automatically mean that Azul is also into her. So that's why I said, you know, that it's none of our business, essentially. And here, you know, they're kind of, you know, they're not turning it around on us because they're not trying to get at anything. But, I mean, we know from the intro that there is definitely, like, deeper feelings going on Lena's side for Savy. That we don't know if Savy ever reciprocated them or if she's completely oblivious to them or, you know, if she isn't and that's part of why she left. Like, we still don't super know everything that they said to each other, like on the night of their big fight, after which Savy left for the big city. I kind of like, I want to be honest here because, yeah, you know, I definitely get the sense that Lena doesn't just want to be friends with Savy. That's kind of true. It's kind of very true. Point is, I'm trying not to get involved. Seems like a recipe for drama, and that's some shit I don't need. I just need to know if she's okay. Wish I could help. Kind Can I at least go in and ask around? Nah. You did a nice thing for me, Neocab, but I'm not letting you in. STANZMASCHINE isn't your scene anyway. I'm not going to hang out. I'm going for Savy. If you want to use Savy's name to get in there, bring her with you. Is there anything I can do? You should probably just follow the trail of dudes she leaves in her wake. Yikes. Find someone who gives a shit. You know, I've had it. I mean it. Find someone who'd notice she's missing. Like the guys who follow her around like puppy dogs. Right, so... Jace, hot DJ, Capra Charlie. Easier than trying to get any radix to talk to a death dealer. I'm a death dealer now? Since the minute you got your license. Ugh. It's been great catching up, Neocab, but I'm on the clock. Aren't you? It's been a real pleasure. You're welcome for all the help. Drive safe. I waved and headed back to the road. Follow the dudes. Jace I knew about. And when had Savy not been stringing along some DJ? But hopping into a car with a Capra type? That didn't add up. Charlie. He must be the one she was meeting the night she disappeared at that rich person dorm, Kinfolk. I didn't exactly have much to go on, but a clue was a clue. Well, that was slightly messed up. Okay, Una is still on our docket. Oh, hello. Charlie Elliott. Oh, 5 stars needed, and let me see some documentation for you while you're at it. Excuse me, Charlie? Okay. Oh my god, wait. Charlie? Okay. Okay, so we don't have a perfect rating right now, so what we want to do is get our rating up. Hopefully Una will help us do that. And then check our Charlie, who I am pretty sure is the Charlie we're looking for. Oh, Christ. Well, that's great. Oh. Well, let's go pick up Una first. Una slid into the back seat. Hello again. Any progress on, the quantum thing? The quantum thing? We really need to get you a textbook. But yes, I've made some progress. I'm now gathering more information. Which is why you're heading to... Is this right? City Hall? Yes. They're announcing where the new municipal spaceport is going to be built. At midnight. Very dramatic. What do you want to learn? So, there are 3 neighborhoods being considered, or maybe I should say threatened. The world is about to change for one of them. Uncertainty of that magnitude has a very strong feeling. Yeah, it's called dread. Not quite. Dread and hope both anticipate an outcome and taint the pure uncertainty. It's difficult to find large groups of people generating this kind of energy. The nurses shoo me away when I hang around the hospital. Large-scale sporting events are an option, of course. But I've learnt the hard way to regard my own comfort as an essential variable. I wondered if my worry about Savy was feeding her. It felt gross, like she was a vulture for those moments in life when you feel small and hopeless. Helpless, sorry. When you're just so vulnerable. I know what you're thinking. I didn't say anything. You're wondering if you should take Oubliette or Isidore Street. You'll take both. Highly doubtful. Oh? The timeline will branch in, wait for it. Una waited. My body tensed up. I held my breath. And totally missed the turn onto Oubliette. There! Did you feel it? The literal branching of timelines? No. I believe you will someday. I felt it. It was a falling sensation, followed by the faintest thump. One version of this cab went down Oubliette. Another down Isidore Street. I'm glad to be us, but I bear the other versions of Una and Lena no ill will. She's so weird. Oh, don't look at me like that. Like what? Like I'm a kooky old lady. Okay, there's no winning with that one. You're not kooky. I am neither kooky nor old. In fact, I'd wager I'm one of the most practical people you've ever met. Driving the neocab late shift. That's a low bar, my friend. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Quantum statisticians can be taken the wrong way. So, I have a question. I know you're into randomness and entropy, but what do you get out of fixing reality? That's a fair question. Fixing reality is strictly a hobby. I'm a little embarrassed to say it, but mostly I get paid to recover passphrases. Do you ever use those skills for evil? Not personally. Global financial institutions seem to do quite enough evil on their own. I do permit them to pay me, though. No one's hands are clean. This seems to be the case in every timeline. I think I want your job. I'm not surprised to hear you say that. You live closer than most to the quantum realm. How so? You choose your passengers, don't you? Sometimes I get a feeling. So you do feel it. Each choice is a branch. That other version of you with that other passenger, she exists. I'm not sure if you're up on your Tate-Kearney theory, but it's been proven. Why aren't I her and vice versa? That's exactly the right question, my dear. Most people don't ask the right question. You could be quite good at this. Quantum riches, here I come. I could teach you. If you had access to a 512 qubit something something. And assuming you knew your foundational statistics, of course. And had 20 hours a week for problem sets. So, I'm not going to learn how to be a witch, is what I'm hearing. Ha! Perhaps not quite yet. Anyway, it's all more complicated these days. When I started, the compilers only had 32 qubits, if you can believe it. I laughed. You didn't nod. You could have nodded. The way the world branches in the subtlest ways. It's interesting, isn't it? I was starting to feel weird. Paralyzed. Every choice. Not just every choice, every action. Not just every action, every thought. Why one and not the other? Could I choose not to choose? No, because even that was a choice. My head felt like it was going to explode. I was dealing with way too much other uncertainty in my reality to process this. It must be exhausting to be Una. Una tapped the back of my seat. Hello? Sorry, zoned out for a second there. I was saying, get ready for it. For what? Una looked out the window. There's the other versions of us. The Una and Lena that took Oubliette. They'll merge with us in a moment. Wait for it. Wait. I wonder what kind of conversation they had. Maybe they're halfway to Vegas by now. That is a very different timeline, my dear. Not a bad one, though. Una shuddered. It was like a wave passed through her. There. That was it. I didn't know what I felt. Either way, we were at City Hall. The timelines have merged again. It always makes me feel better, like I have a little more of myself. I'll need it all to handle this announcement. There's going to be yelling. Wait. How do we make decisions? I'm a quantum statistician, not a neurologist. Hormones, cosmic rays, maybe there's some benevolent force unknown to our physics. Not God, exactly, just some decider. She slid out of the car and dashed towards City Hall, slipping between knots of protesters gathered outside. They were all fired up, chanting and waving signs in the middle of the night. It made sense. They were fighting for their homes. I wondered what would happen if Una had told them they would fail and also succeed. Would everyone just give up and leave? Una perched on the stage near the podium, draped a blanket over her legs, and closed her eyes. I wished us all luck. 3 stars! Tonight's Lena is a fascinating possibility space, not fully manifested. Oh my god, I thought that was going well. Oh, dang. And I am once again at risk of deactivation. Oh man. Okay, hold on, let's check our journal first. Right, oh my god, okay, so Savy is apparently Queen Radix. Everybody's kind of in love with her, and she's got 3 perhaps boyfriends. Jace, who's the de facto king of Radix, because, you know, when a place tells you, oh, we have super flat hierarchies. Yeah, that's not how that works. There's a hot, edgy DJ, and then there's Charlie the Capra bro, who I need 5 stars to get into my car. And because I just pretty much fluffed that with Una. And I thought it was going well. I don't know, I really did. Dang. I mean, I'm sure we can talk to Charlie at some point. What if that's the DJ? I mean, who the fuck even knows? Okay, there's Fiona Pack. She was one of the passengers in the 2nd episode. She's lovely. She was on her way to see her long distance sort of, you know, internet dating boyfriend for the first time. If we take her over there, then we can fuel up there. That's fine. I mean, yeah, it's always nice to see people again. Let's see if things go better with Fiona. Fiona looked tired, something I could never tell her, or anyone, really. Oh, somewhere along the line, it's like we weaponized that word. Fatigue equals failure. Okay, wow, hi again. So, update. Update? You remember, right? You were going on a first date. Exactly, with a guy named Dre. Yes, Lena, you're the sweetest. So, do people still say spill? I know I do when I've got all this tea. Oh my god, tell me everything. It was amazing. I was worried that actually meeting him like IRL, there would be this distance. But we never skipped a beat. It was like vid chatting, only better. Because I could actually like see him. I could see, you know, his imperfections. Ugh, it sounds so cheesy. It sounds real. You're seeing him as an actual human being. Yes, exactly, 100%. And like, I could tell he felt the same way. He told me I was beautiful. And for like the first time ever, I was like, hell yeah, I am. You are. It's just nice to hear it from Dre. Amazing. The rest of the night was magic. Just actual romantic, silly magic. And we're like seeing each other now. Instead of just seeing each other. Like on VidChat, it's the joke. We can workshop it. Where are you headed now? Actually, I'm going to his place for a bit, I guess. Okay, you don't seem enthused. Well, he wants to go clubbing, but I am just so tired. Did you tell him that? No, he doesn't know we're going out. Wait, what? I just know he wants to. Like, Yearn told me. Who's Yearn? Wait, you've never used Yearn? But you have a feel grid. What's the point of a feel grid without Yearn? Oh my god, okay, well. Yearn is like a financial advisor, but for desire. What? It tracks your activity and your emotions and creates a personality profile. Is this a Capra thing? I don't think so, but who knows who owns what anymore. Well, it sounds like right up their alley. What does it do with your info? It uses a super robust algorithm taking into account your lifestyle, your choices, your routines, your shopping and viewing habits. And then it tells you what you want. Or what someone else wants. Wait, so this thing can tell you what you want for dinner? Yep. And it'll even provide the recipe. Like, okay, it knows I'm dating Dre, and he has Yearn too. So tonight, I wanted to surprise him. Show up at his place with a bottle of wine, have a quiet night in. Sounds nice. It sounded like a dream. So I asked Yearn if Dre liked surprises. 97% yes. Wow, that's impressive. I know, right? Okay, so you decide to surprise him. Yes, but then I check and see how he feels about a quiet night, right? And it's like 10% positive. But going out dancing, 84% positive. So, why don't you just ask him? If I asked him, it wouldn't be a surprise. But actually, that's fair. Maybe he'd rather go out, sure, but that doesn't mean you have to. Gotta look out for your own happiness, too. I know. Listen, I am so happy in my life right now. I'm practicing gratitude or whatever. I care about myself a lot. And what would make me happy is having a boyfriend who adores me and maybe starting a life with him. And if Yearn can make it even a little bit easier, then why is that so bad? I mean, haven't you ever wanted someone, like, so much? It was a big question, one I had been putting off all week. Or all month. Maybe longer. Yeah, there's someone. Who? Savy. Okay, well, what if you could know exactly how to make Savy happy? Like, with total certainty. Hearts are, like, crazy and weird and unreadable. Like, people do things they don't really want all the time. Mixed signals, acting out of fear. It's relationship hell. Numbers are chill. Really? They kind of wig me out. At the end of the night, every pax came down to 2 numbers. Stars and coin. It felt so reductive. Wait, we were talking about your night, clubbing. Are you really just going to do what Urn says? I feel like my heart knows where it wants to go. Urn just shows me the fastest route. You really think it's that bad to have a helping hand? I felt her anxiety creeping up from the back seat. Is it really helping? I just think that the less digital clutter you put between two people, the closer you can get. Whether that's an animush or an algorithm. Ugh, I don't know. Use it if you want. It's just my opinion. You know what? I think you're really smart and you're probably right. But I think tonight I gotta do me. Well, like, I gotta do Urn. I really, really want this to work. No judgment here. Thank you. That is seriously refreshing. We're all just figuring it out. I don't blame you for trusting the numbers. I'd be tempted to do the same. Dre's apartment complex looked a lot like Fiona's, all glass and curves. They had similar tastes. Okay, here goes nothing. Gotta put on my dance surprise face. He's gonna love it. And if he doesn't, you can blame Urn. Ha! I can't lose. Have a super great night, Lena. I'm glad we found each other again. Huh. Maybe some apps do bring people together. Ha! You're coming around. Lena left beaming. Whatever Urn's predictions, I had a feeling things were going to go her way. Five stars! Neo cab driver? More like relationship genius. Can we be friends now? Hugs and kisses. Whoop whoop! Our rating increased. I love Fiona. She's amazing. I don't know. I think like... I mean... You know, 10%, but, you know, if we look at it, like, in terms of, you know, statistical probability, then that's, like, a 10% chance that, you know, he would actually be cool with staying in tonight. You know, if you catch him on, you know, one night out of the year. Hold on, let me pour some tea. You know, if you catch him on just the right night, and you know, every relationship is a compromise. Like, you know, sure, maybe he's usually more someone for going out rather than having a quiet night in, but you know, there's two of you in that relationship, and you know, in a relationship, everyone should have their needs met, obviously. And like, you know, with the right person, even stuff that, you know, isn't maybe usually your thing, or, you know, I think, because, I mean, in this case, Urn, like, you know, analyzes your habits, like, it analyzes what you've been doing before. And, you know, before, Dre was living alone. So, of course, if you're single and if you live alone, I mean, I'm a hermit. I'm currently single. I live alone with a cat. I love quiet nights in. I'm not one for going out. So that's just my behavior pattern of the past couple months. And, you know, for Dre, maybe it's like, oh, he's single, he doesn't want to sit at home every Friday night, so, he likes going out. But, urine can only tell you what someone's habits have been until then. It can't, like, does urine take into account, well, now that person is in a relationship, so, with someone else, maybe those likes and dislikes change? Because, sometimes, like I said, even if, if you're not super into something, but your partner super is, and, it doesn't give you a tummy ache to then go do that thing, then you end up doing the thing. And, like, yeah, shit, you might enjoy it. So, it's like... But yeah, like I said, it's just analyzing what Jay has been liking up till now. Like, maybe at this point, being with someone, he'd love a quiet night in. Maybe his, his likes and dislikes are gonna shift. His behavior is gonna shift. So that's why, I mean, yeah, maybe tonight, pushing past Fiona's tiredness and, like, going out is great, but, maybe next time she just asks, he's like, no, I'd love a quiet night in. That sounds perfect. Because... it would be with her. It wouldn't be on his own. Like, of course, like, it's sociology and anthropology. Of course, human behavior can be quantified to a point. But, I think especially with something like urine, I mean, amazing name, by the way. But, that just quantifies your behavior, your past behavior, and doesn't necessarily extrapolate. I mean, as far as we know, it doesn't necessarily extrapolate for, changes in circumstance. Hey, we have a message from Liam. Hey, Lena. Thanks again for the ride. Great talking to you. Here's the picture I took at the Sophie Lemieux vigil. Do I post? Yes, no, circle one. Oh, heck. I mean, it's a great and evocative photo for sure. I mean, last episode, and I talked about it as well, is like, this has the power to sway public opinion, and like these bracelets, it's like people weren't just showing up with them. Like, they were, these feel grids, these bracelets, and like earrings and necklaces, they were given out for free by Capra representatives. Because they wanted exactly this. They wanted, like, not just the image of the vigil, but they wanted this. They wanted to make a public spectacle out of it. Because they are pushing for the for Sophie's Law, as it's now being called in the public vernacular, that will completely outlaw human-driven cars. Which, just on the face of it is not great for, for our player character. And, would put them in a position of complete monopoly over street traffic. Because everyone would have to use Capra cars for everything, and it would, like I said earlier, like, having a car gives you autonomy, gives you mobility. And it gives you agency to a point, and... yes, I mean, I'm not sure how strong, like, public transit, public transit infrastructure is, but, like, what if there's no public transit? Like, even semi-independent, what if there's just Capra cars at this point? So, like, yeah, they're using this, and they're gonna use it in the media to sway public opinion, to bolster support for Sophie's Law. And while I absolutely get Liam wanting to post it because it's a powerful photo, and like I said in the last episode, like, you know, art is art, and, you know, Liam should be able to put something like this in his portfolio and just, you know, have, like, you know, the artistic value of the photograph, like in terms of composition and everything, like speak for, you know, speak for his skill and speak for itself. You know, if this gets posted, it's probably gonna go viral. And I mean, of course, this is somewhat like the conceit of the situation is that, you know, apparently this photo is gonna be the only photo out there. Because, like, you know, if Capra was doing this for public effect and for calculated effect, then you can be sure that they had photographers there who are, you know. But, you know, I'm metagaming this way too hard right now. I don't know. I want to tell him to hold off on posting it for now. Of course, if, you know, if we continue to metagame this, telling him to post it would create, you know, would be a catalyst for something in the story, obviously. But I don't know, I mean, he has issues with Capra too. And I don't know, I don't think he would want to, like, majorly play into their hands in establishing that, you know, and just, I mean, they've already established a monopoly, but, you know, like, cementing it. I don't think he would want that. I'm gonna tell him to hold off. I'm gonna tell him to hold off. It doesn't feel quite right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's a great picture, but the whole handing out feel grids makes it feel like a setup, influencer bait. That's what it is. That is totally what it is. Have a great night. You too, Liam. It was well after midnight and I'd met my right quota. I checked my feel grid. Yellow. I had it in me to push on for one more ride tonight, or I could call it early and get some rest. Well, I think in the interest of pushing our rating up, I mean, we're not gonna get to Charlie tonight because I totally fluffed it with Una. I'm still not sure how that went wrong entirely. Maybe it was because I laughed and didn't nod. Maybe if I'd nodded, I'd have gotten 4 stars. 5 stars. God damn it. Well, it's fine. But let's push on. Let's see, who do we have? Where are we anyway? We're up in Liberty Heights. Okay. Okay, we could pick up Stella. We could pick up Klaus. We could pick up him. Or, well, them. I'm just assuming it's a dude, but that's... I have Carlos. And yeah, I would need 5 stars to get Charlie into my car. I'll tell you what, Carlos looks cool. I'm gonna go with Carlos because he, like, they've popped up on my radar a couple of times. I'd learned the hard way that you gotta grab the charge when you can, and not to wear heels when I'm driving. Oof, that is a little steep. Well, let's go for a single bar. That's gonna be a night. It's gonna be enough for tonight. We just gotta get to Charlie. No, I'm sorry, to Carlos. Oof, it's gonna set us back quite a bit, and then, well, it's gonna take us back to Frontera, which is probably not a bad thing. Let's go. He flashed a grin as soon as he saw me. My stomach flipped. He was kind of handsome. He is really handsome. Like, really handsome. Why don't the cute packs ever pop up at a good time? Instead, I was seconds away from stress eating the whole bag of super sours in the glove box. Oh wow, yeah. That's a bad night. Hey, Lena, right? The one and only. Too much? Probably too much. Carlos, nice to meet you. Oh my god, it's... I met his eyes in the rearview mirror. He seemed too happy for this time of night. Maybe not happy exactly, more like normal. It was like spotting a rare bird. I love birds. I see you've been doing this a while? Okay, so I didn't quite pause the game there, but Carlos, I'm just having like welcome to Night Vale associations right now, because I mean like Carlos with his perfect hair and his perfect teeth, like a military cemetery, and we fell in love instantly. So yeah, I see you've been doing this a while. How can you tell? You keep your wrists very straight. RSI? It flares up every now and then. I was a professional curler, you know? I think that's the joke answer. I hope, anyway. Do you have it too? No, but I can spot the signs. So are you a doctor? I take care of folks. There are some good exercises for that wrist you could try. I can send you some videos. Take care of folks, huh? Kind of torn between these two. Thanks. Not a lot of people seem to care. Yeah, we got good at making our own little bubbles. I'm guessing you folks don't have great insurance? Lots of ice packs and wrist braces. You know how they treat RSI now if you're in the Capra plan, right? They knit this composite weave into the tendons in your wrist. A Capra zoomed in front of me and I felt a twinge below my palm. Like my body was rejecting the very idea of Capra getting in my bones. Like putting pins in a broken leg? More like sewing frayed fabric back together. Keeps everything tidy, stops the inflammation, makes you a little superhuman. Sorry, didn't mean to drag you into a medical lecture. It's interesting. Glad you think so. Maybe we should start a podcast. Tendon Talk. Or... oh, let's not make it Bile Buddies. That's something that I would say, but then being my friend is horrifying, so... Bone Chatter. Blood Gab. No! Carlos, you made it weird. Bod Pod. Scrub Life. Scrub Life? Why am I always surprised when I get a nice packs? Are you in a hurry tonight? Lena, I'm sorry, but that sounds like a come on, so how about no? So, where are you headed? Well, this guy I know fell off a ladder. Might be a minor injury, might be serious. Won't know until I get there. A ladder fall? That's double the bad luck. Oh yeah, at least double. From the way he was breathing, it sounded like a bruised rib. Yikes. So, that's why I'm heading over at 2 in the morning. But, enough about my problems. It looks like you're having a rough night. Honestly, it has been a little rough. Well, tell me. I don't like to complain. That's good for you, Lena. I, however, love to complain. It's been a weird night. My best friend dropped off the face of the earth. Like 2 nights ago, by the way. I don't know if she's ghosting me or... Sounds like you need a better friend. A bester friend? We've got too much history for that. I get it. Just... stress is the biggest predictor of heart disease, you know? I pulled up to a modest low-rise haloed by the glow of fast food signs. Thank you so much. That was super quick. He flashed another smile at me in the rearview. I hope your friend is okay. Me too. All the videos on treating ribs are a little vague. Hey, let me ask you. Do you think it's better to be in a compression wrap or run the risk of pneumonia? Dude, I'm currently wondering about your medical qualifications. Don't drag me into this. You're asking me? Aren't you the doctor? No, I never used the word doctor. That's true, you didn't. But look at it this way. I watch the exact same training videos that doctors do. Oh boy. Relax. I have a pretty good treatment record. Just like I said, I help folks. And folks don't worry about what's hanging on my wall, you know? What is hanging on your wall? Anyway, this is me. Great to meet you, Lena. Maybe I'll run into you again. So, my nice, handsome Pax was a nice, illegal doctor. Mocked her. That's what you should call that podcast. Eesh. I had to admire him for trying to help people. I couldn't imagine that health insurance was easy to come by in Automation City. I stretched my legs and heard something rattle on the floorboard. I reached under my seat. A bottle of pills. Xerodonal G, never heard of that. Prescribed by my doctor, Pax to one Joanna Johnson? Cool, seemed super legit. I tossed them in the glove box. I mean, what are we going to use them for? We don't know what it is. Maybe I could return them to Carlos. Yep. Not a bad excuse to see him again. Down, girl. Wait, could he... Did he leave those behind on purpose? Carlos, you cad. Went above and beyond, thanks. Oh, thank you, Carlos. Your rating stayed the same. Oh man. I'm really gonna have to hustle if I want to get Charlie in this car. God damn it. Okay, so we are super low on battery. Still so confused about Una, but okay. Okay, we need to sleep. And, you know, I hate putting Lena in Capra capsules. And this is the same price, so we're gonna couch surf. Oh wait, it's the motel again. Oh well, fine. Right, the couch is an actual couch. Anyway. We're back at the Azteca. I was actually looking forward to the dreams this time. Anything to keep my mind off whatever was going on with Savy. I let myself drift off, trying to prime my thoughts for the flying sensation again, and sure enough, I slowly realized that I was back in my old room. This time I had a body. It was healthy and fast and strong and beautiful. I realized that I didn't need to fly. Just pushing my feet into the ground felt incredible, like each step was the first breath after coming up from underwater. I felt like I was living for the first time. I couldn't wait to see where my feet were carrying me. But then I realized it wasn't my body. I didn't know whose it was. Someone thicker and taller and hairier and thinner. And I didn't know what shape I was anymore. I was looking at this body from the outside, and then I was looking at a lot of them. They piled up on top of me, higher and higher. I started to suffocate under the weight of those bodies. My last breath was someone's heel jammed in my mouth like a cork. Jesus. Nobody saw me die. I woke up covered in sweat and grabbed a Danish on my way out. It was over an hour before I could force myself to eat it. It was actually pretty delicious. Back to work. After a lovely dream where we just died with someone's boot heel jabbed into our mouth like a cork. What a cheery ending to this episode. Lovely. Okay, so today we kind of fluffed it up with Una, and I still don't know how. Because I thought things were going well, because usually when you make Una laugh, that's when you're on a good track, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess I should have nodded. I should have nodded, folks. I should have nodded. Oh well, it's fine. So we have a couple leads on what might be going on with Savy. We now know that she isn't just loosely involved with Radix, but you know that she's actually pretty high up. And something that I didn't even think to say earlier because I was derailed by Azul's death dealer comment was that, like, I mean, Savy said that she fucked up at work and she was anxious about, you know, meeting whoever she was meeting. Our best lead right now is that, you know, because that's the last time Azul saw her, was that, you know, she got into a car with Charlie from Capra. What if, like, you know, I mean, she works there, and I mean, you know, Radix are against Capra as well. Obviously people at work are also anti-car, but, you know, not for environmentalist reasons, but because, you know, they're the competition essentially, and they're, you know, they're what they're trying to squash and get their monopoly on over. So what if Savy was sent by Capra to infiltrate Radix pretty high up? That's what I'm thinking at the moment. Not so much that Capra is tracking her, but that Charlie isn't her boyfriend or, you know, whatever, or her fling. He's her handler. That's what I'm thinking. And yeah, that, you know, she might have approached Jace, and, you know, exactly because he is high up. Because, I mean, like, you know, she showed up one time, and then the next time she's at all the strategy meetings. You know, because Jace likes her. I don't know, that's just, to be honest, to me that screams infiltration rather than anything else. And, you know, maybe she's not having an affair with the edgy DJ, but, you know, maybe he's another contact, maybe he knows something, maybe he's the one who got her in, maybe he even knows that she's spying. I mean, who the fuck even knows? Who the fuck knows anymore? Not Grumble. Grumble doesn't know anything. Grumble has the intelligence of raspberry jam. I don't know anything. But that's okay. So yeah, we're gonna go back to work, and then in the next episode we're gonna try and figure out what the absolute fuck is going on. We'll see. Well, folks, that was it today for another episode of Grumble Plays Neocab. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like if you did, and if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, go do that now. Hit the bell icon to be notified whenever a new video goes up. I post new gaming content almost every week. Coming up next on the channel is my full playthrough of Life is Strange True Colors. And a little further down the line, I'm prepping a full stealth playthrough of Dishonored 2. So if you're into ghostly clean hands gameplay of that wonderful game, then stay tuned. If you want to support this channel, you can find me on Twitter @_AnnaMarabella. And if you'd like to kick me a little donation, you can check out my Ko-fi at ko-fi.com/grumble. Members and supporters unlock new episodes early, and then there's meta, essays, and reviews that I post over the course of the month. You can check out my tiers on Ko-fi or on Patreon at patreon.com/AnnaMarabella. All tiers also gain access to my Discord server. You can find the link in the description below to get temporary access and check it out. That's all from me this week. I hope you're all keeping well. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and have a lovely day.